the north side, ready to have a good time.
Alright, motherfuckers, this is Master Marks, and I'm coming back with another motherfucking goddamn live video. And, well, let's just do it. Fuck it, let's do it. Today's video is simply titled, The Truth About TONYKHAN Buying ROH. The truth. The truth. See, us at Master Marks, you know, my motherfucking AEW pack smokers. Shout out to my AEW motherfucking pack smokers. I know y'all ready to listen. And also shout out to Nikita Lyons. Yeah, you know how we get down. All of my AEW pack smokers, we already know this information. Like, we already know this. But I guess this is for people who become AEW pack smokers in the future. This is the truth about it. And honestly, I'll just say it. TONYKHAN did not buy ROH because he gives a fuck about wrestling. He didn't. He bought ROH simply because he has a fucking shopping addiction. Like, that's it. That's it. It can't be. It can't be because of wrestling, because he don't give a motherfucker about wrestling. He already owns a wrestling company that is in the shit. He owns one. So what in the motherfucking reason would he buy another one? Why? Why would he buy another one? It's because TONYKHAN has bread, he has money, he has moolah, he got that cashy, and he's got a shopping addiction. He's got a shopping addiction. That's what it is. That's why he signs wrestlers to these god-awful contracts, and he brings all of these fucking jobbers into his brand because he has a shopping addiction. That's what it is. It isn't because this motherfucker gives a fuck about wrestling or he gives a fuck about you jobber motherfuckers in this business. It's not because of that. I know in you fucking cocksuckers' heads, you believe that that is the reason why TONYKHAN does that. In all actuality, he does this shit because he has a shopping addiction. He likes to spend that bread. He likes to. Like, imagine if you were a kid, right? When you were a kid, you wanted to buy a lot of toys. And imagine if you had a shopping addiction as a kid, because we already know TONYKHAN has the brain of a kid. Imagine if you had a shopping addiction as a kid. You would buy every wrestling toy you could buy because you have a fucking shopping addiction. And it's just the same thing. These wrestlers, this wrestling company, this shit to fucking TONYKHAN is a goddamn shopping addiction. These are like toys to him. This is like action figures. He's like fucking Matt Cardona and whatever the fuck that other guy's name is that Matt Cardona hangs out with. It's like buying toys. He has a shopping addiction. TONYKHAN would motherfucking buy a goddamn anything. He would buy anything. He'd buy anything. He didn't buy ROH because he gave a fuck about ROH. Now, I know a lot of you motherfuckers is going to say, well, he wanted ROH's catalog and he wanted CM Punk to wear some white-ass shorts and come out to a song that nobody past when CM Punk was in WWE even fucking knows. That's why you guys think it. The reason why me and my pack smokers think it is because he's got a fucking shopping addiction. He likes to spend money on shit that is not going to do shit. That's just it. Because if you were a real startup wrestling company, you would have a foundation of a set amount of motherfuckers. Like when I go to little tiny like garbage can fucking indie wrestling shows that I go to just for fucking fun and to hang out with my homeboys. When I go to those fucking things, they have a set amount of wrestlers who wrestle on the show. And then they have some featured motherfuckers. They have some featured stars. AEW doesn't have that. They just have every fucking wrestler who has been fired by WWE. Soon to be fucking Jeff Hardy. And TONYKHAN is excited about spending that bread on Jeff Hardy because he has a fucking shopping addiction. That's what it is. It isn't about liking wrestling. It isn't. Because Vince McMahon likes wrestling. Vince McMahon allowed Triple H to do NXT because at that point in time, NXT brought in some good revenue. But Triple H made NXT into ROH. And just like ROH, the old NXT died. It's dead. It's dead. Now, I know a lot of you motherfuckers talk about Brian Breaker losing the motherfucking belt yesterday. It's all storyline shit. It's a build for build for build for build for build. This is just how shit works. It's booty as fuck that they did it that way, but it is what the fuck it is. Back to Tony Khan. He simply has a shopping addiction. He likes to spend money. It isn't about him giving a fuck about wrestling or giving a fuck about CM Punk's white shorts or being a wrestling fan. Well, maybe the wrestling fan part, because if you're a wrestling fan, you love wrestling, you got a shopping addiction, you'd buy every fucking wrestler that's in the business. That I'll take back and say that is true. It is somewhat to deal with fucking being a fanboy wrestling fan and being obsessed with fucking spinning bread. But it isn't about like, oh, Daniel Bryan being able to call himself the American Dragon. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Because if Daniel Bryan didn't go to motherfucking AEW, he would be in WWE, and you motherfuckers would still cheer for him in WWE. That other shit is fucking irrelevant. It was years ago. See, that's a lot of you fans' problems. You motherfuckers can't ever have future shit happen because you are stuck in the fucking past. And because you're stuck in the past, when you have a money spending maniac like Tony Khan, who has a spending addiction, he will buy the past and give you nostalgia. And guess what? This isn't nostalgia that's like Hulk Hogan or NWO or DX. These are motherfucking ROH wrestlers. He's going to give Samoa Joe money. That's going to happen. Does Samoa Joe need to be with AEW? No. He's going to pay Jeff Hardy. That's going to happen. Does Jeff Hardy need to be AEW or be with AEW? No. But because Tony Khan simply likes to spend that motherfucking money and he has a shopping addiction, they're going to be there. He's going to buy a company like ROH that's already fucking dead. If ROH was dead before you bought it, why the fuck would you buy it? They didn't have any assets. They just have a library that has people like Kevin Steen and blah, blah, fucking blah and all these things. Yeah, they have that. But essentially, ROH is dead for a fucking reason because it's not relevant. It isn't making big money. And I don't know if you motherfuckers don't understand that or y'all don't have the brain capacity to understand that shit, but it's the fucking facts. Tony Khan is just a money spending, money addicted to spending maniac. It isn't about loving wrestling or caring about wrestlers or caring about CM Punk and his old theme song and his white shorts and his fucking taped up hands with X's on it. That shit is old, bruh. That's the past. If you are a serious booker and you are planning to do something, you would get people who are assets. Now, he thinks he's Vince McMahon and he thinks he moves like Vince, but he really doesn't. He doesn't. He just spends bread because he's addicted to shopping. He has a shopping addiction. That's what it is. I guarantee you 10 years, 20 years from now, it'll come out with a story and motherfuckers will be old as a motherfucker and they'll say, Tony Khan was addicted to spending money. That's just what it is. It has nothing to do with him being with him caring about wrestling. It has to do with him liking to spend money. He's a fan who has a shopping addiction. So when you're a fan with a shopping addiction and a big daddy's bank account, what the fuck are you going to do? Buy all of the nostalgia ROH garbage can fucking jobbers. That's what he does. It isn't about loving wrestling. It's for his own addiction. He has a shopping addiction. He's addicted to spending money on unnecessary shit. He don't need Jeff Hardy. He don't need Samoa Joe. He has Wardlow, MJF, and Powerhouse Hobbs. If you can't make big money off of those three motherfucking guys, then you don't need to own a wrestling company. At the end of the day, Tony Khan has a shopping addiction. He likes to spend that money. And if he want to spend the money on masked up marks and the AEW pack smokers, we surely will show up, smoke the pack, and get the fucking bread and get the fuck on. Like I said, this has been Masked Up Marks. Leave a like, share, subscribe, comment. Tell us if you hate us. Tell us if you love us. I'm out this bitch.